And certainly hurts to lose a game. But really, it's these kinds of games I think are emblematic of November football, especially in our conference. You got two teams getting after it pretty good. So all those things that we thought coming into the game really certainly panned out to be true. Had a lot of respect for Oregon's talent, and they're a very well coached team. Have been all year, and so we knew we had a big challenge on our hands there. And then all those cliches you hear forever in football, they say around because they mean something. And, it is a game of inches. Details do matter, and I think that's really what it came down to in a lot of ways tonight. So, we came up a little short, but really proud of our team's effort and the way they competed, certainly. Tough loss, in a lot of little things that we're going to have to figure out to do a little bit better of. But I think the most important thing for our team is they understand there's a lot to be proud of. They're going to see a lot of really good efforts on film, a lot of things they did during the course of the game that were, really impressive. And, I think all the coaches are really proud of the effort everybody put into it and the way we responded several times in the football game. And, we still have a good team and we got, plenty of football in front of us. So we'll go back, critique this thing, do what we can to see what we can improve on next week. And that'll be the biggest challenge is getting everybody back on their feet here after we get through tomorrow. So losing stuff never has been fun, and that's certainly the case here. Again, credit to our opponents, a really, really good football team, and they played well tonight. Last two things, just, want to also thank our fans. You guys are all in the stadium, and that's typical of November football here. To our fans, we're outstanding. The weather could have been a challenge, and they, you'd never know with them. They didn't dampen their enthusiasm. They certainly are a good start to finish, and we appreciate that. It's a big edge for us.
We needed to be the reason there. It's kind of been our motto as an offense this year, and go out there and be the reason. I had a lot of belief in all the guys that were going in there. I'm proud of the way those guys competed to end that game. We put our team in a good position there, but obviously it just didn't turn out the way we wanted to.
Building off that, what was the call there on the 4th and goal? I mean, like 5 wide. Was it just your option to run? Or?
Yeah. It was really just quarterback draw, 100% of the way through. Split everyone out wide, get 5 guys in the box. We have the best 5 linemen in the country. Go block their 5, and try to give a little bit of decoy signals out there to the other guys, and just made a play there.
You had to convert a couple of key 4th downs. The drive before that to set up the field goal, and then converting 4th down to score the touchdown. What is the mindset of the play of you guys in the huddle?
Yeah, when we kind of get into the huddle, all we kind of keep saying is one thing that we always talk about is tempo in and out of the huddle, running up to the line of scrimmage, always being ready for the next play. And on that one, we kind of just all got geared up, ready to go, know that it's kind of now or never, especially in that last drive, and we converted on the 2 that we needed to convert on.
I mean, it's what you imagine. I mean, it's a heartbreaking loss. I really wish that we could go out there and do things differently, but, sometimes it just happens, like we weren't good enough today collectively as a team, obviously. I'm sure there's things that we could do, whether we won or lost this game, that could make us better as a team. So
we got about 120 guys in that locker room that are going to come back on Monday, and we're going to scrap. We're going to learn tomorrow from the tape, but we're going to scrap and do everything we can to finish out this season and continue this thing. So, yeah.
What are the emotions right now that you're processing?
It just hurts, It's a close one. I think that's a game that we can win 9 out of 10 times, and it just didn't happen to go our way tonight. So we had a great week of preparation. I felt like all the guys in the locker room were confident. And, yeah, it felt like we should have won that one. So, yeah.
What made their run game so effective against you guys? Normally you guys are able to stop the run pretty quickly. Was there something different that you guys hadn't experienced before?
They did some good things, but, again, that's something we're going to have to look back at tomorrow and kind of see, analyze that tomorrow and learn from. So.
When you guys went ahead, did you think you had it at that point when you went ahead?
I think certainly, I didn't talk to the offensive guys after the drive, but the feeling with the defensive guys is we're going to go close this game out. So certainly there was confidence. And like I said, just didn't swing our way tonight, but without a doubt there's belief on this team and belief in ourselves and, every guy in that locker room that we were going to finish that game. So like I said, just didn't go our way.
We competed our butts off, and that's just what we got to continue to do. You take a tough loss like that, you can't sit around and pout for too long. We got to get back to work at the end of the day. So, yeah, man, he was just proud of us for the way we competed. We show up each and every week, busting our butts off. So, yeah, man, it's a tough loss, but that's not going to change anything about how we play. We still going to, correct the Bulls on Sunday and work very hard next week.
Someone has to step up and make a play. It was down to us defensively. We like being in that position, but at the end of the day, we just didn't get the job done. Obviously, it's going to suck, but we got tomorrow to let it suck, watch the tape, learn from some things, and then Monday we got to turn the page, get ready for USC. That'll be another big game, so we got to be excited for the opportunity and keep going out there and competing.
Now a couple of losses to the top 10 teams. What have you guys learned about yourselves in these losses, maybe this week that was different from that Indiana loss?
Yeah, obviously in that Indiana loss, I got hurt at the end of that game, so I wasn't able to finish that one, which sucks. But and even in this one we were able to finish, had the lead at the end of the game, and didn't come through with it again. But we got to continue to push forward, and part of that is having faster starts. And I felt like we did that the past 3 weeks, and then obviously coming into this game, we didn't have that. And both games that we ended up losing, we kind of had a slow starts in there. So either they're just kind of having the I don't know what it is, but we kind of have to go talk about it. That's what kind of meetings are going to be for tomorrow. But we got to continue to learn from it, and we're going to watch the film and dial in for this next week.